Ladies, gentlemen, esteemed non-binaries, and furs, Trashkin, all good evening and welcome to Trash Tier Gaming. I'm your humble host, Raspa Trashbear, your friendly bi-neighborhood raccoon. And today we're going to be getting right back into Dying Light. So,
Have I got a deal for you, friend?
one of those odd stories of mine that came up this week at least. So a story I occasionally like to tell is the first time I outwitted somebody using cracking tools. No, not the piracy ones. Nah, not those. No, I'm talking about like sniffers. How do I put it? I guess I gotta explain this. So, for a while, Trashkin, for a long while, the best available freeware hacking tools were exclusive to Linux. Why were the folks developing these freeware hacking tools so committed to Linux? I don't know. I'm mostly neutral to Linux. I just don't have a lot of shine to offer it. And to be fair to Linux, it might have gotten better in the 10 plus years it's been. Close to 11, come to think of it, give or take. Oh, sooner than 11, I think. Exact date isn't important here, but I was living over a sandwich shop and desperately trying to get my college education together, but I was, once again, in no fit state to be pursuing education, as I hadn't quite gotten my life together again, and that would later sneak up and kick me in the teeth, but while I did flunk out of IT, it wasn't for hardware. No, Trashkin. I could not code to save my life, and it was combined with a web developer course, which, if you only want one of those two specialties, my sincere advice is don't take a course that combines them. If the courses have been combined, that is very likely your signal. It's not for you. It's a very common thing to do, but it also can indicate that college is looking for excuses to cut staff. And that might not be where you want to be. If they're looking to make cuts to teaching staff, run. Is the advice I give these days. How's this gun? Where did I get all these chef's knives from? I guess I'll start stocking moderns. But yeah, anyway, one of my to-dos was I spent an afternoon a week beforehand setting up a dual Linux boot on the trusty old lappy, which, oh, that old warhorse, Trashkin. It wasn't good, because the problem was, I bought it with what was left of my student loan. And it served, well, it's definitely not God's gift to laptops. Ooh, there we go. This thing was like 14 pounds, stainless steel shell, and it was an HP, and Trashkin, I swear to God, HP laptops have the worst hinges known to man. I still have it kicking around somewhere, but hand to Christ, this thing was gigantic. It was longer than my forearm. It weighed like 14 pounds, and lugging this thing around would have given you a permanent hunch. I'm a big, strong trash bear. But this thing was way too heavy. Some free advice. When it comes to laptops, you're not looking for performance necessarily. You are looking at the specs you absolutely positively need, because they will upcharge you at a really ridiculous rate for otherwise basic capabilities. So buy the laptop, or as much laptop as you absolutely need, not all that you want, because, oh dear lord, the durability on these things is terrible. Check the reviews, check the repair guides, because it gets real wonky real quick. And my advice on if you have to take a laptop apart to repair it, etc., is check the repair guides before there's a need. So, are you gonna make me play a guessing game? You're gonna make me play a guessing game. Okay, this you gotta make sense of. Looks like a blood trail drop. Oh no, that's just the apartment section. Okay. Well, that's one branch done. Oh, well, that gives me a hint. No notes here. Out of food. They've been holed up a while. Diploma.
Let's see what this says.
Detective Julie and his assistant begin their search for the missing person of Dolma Street. Oh,
Huh?
come on, you have to help me. Dad's been out all day. Come on, we're going to find him. The missing person of interest went out very normally to get some food, only to become missing under mysterious circumstances. Detectives Mike and Tom Dooley are sent to look for clues in the other apartments.
All right, boys, you were playing detective. What happened next?
Are we going to be sepia toning this entire to-do? Okay.
Flat number 3 is locked. Maybe the strange man who lives there has seen something, or maybe he saw too much. We will interrogate him later. Hey, where are you going? Wait for me! Detective Julie's partner has left the area of investigation, no doubt in pursuit of some clue. It appears that he's gone down to the basement. I'm following his lead now.
Well, that was pretty damn clear, actually. Plenty of loot this time around. Nothing earth-shattering, but hey, I'll take steady. But yeah, one weekend while I was after the laptop replacement fiasco, apparently I had a faulty motherboard in the damn laptop, which turned into a 1-month routine. And because it was the only PC I had access to besides the local college's computer lab, I fell way behind on work. It was a horrible mistake, and I've sworn off HP ever since. It might not be HP's fault, it could be the manufacturer's fault, but I'm still salty. It also led to me having to, so I was in all day because I wasn't in classes the day it was supposed to drop, and I ended up having to call the dispatch for the delivery service because I watched their guy roll up to the alleyway with my door, look up the alleyway as I was sitting there in the kitchen fixing myself a sandwich, and continue rolling up the street, not even pop out the door, not even make an attempt to deliver, just as me going, "You really gonna make me call dispatch to get my damn laptop?" Okay, I hate to be that guy, but I really need that laptop. But, it's a Sunday. I'm in a good mood. I've got some free time. I've made okay, not great progress on my backlog. I'm struggling with JavaScript, and one of my free time breaks was getting that Linux dual boot set up, because it was back when Lifehacker still could bother to teach you things and was not almost entirely ads for sundry tech concerns or sundry consumer goods.
Okay, what now?
Matter of fact, it was
After
Kotaku's
reporting,
Evil Week.
I'm entering the basement to check the trace. Mike, are you here? Mike, is that you?
Ooh. This is pretty good. But yeah, there I was. Minding my own, enjoying some tunes. And as I was fiddling, I had actually been reading up, because on Evil Week they'll occasionally include hacking things, and one of those was a Linux hack tool, and how to set up a Linux boot from a disk, etc., etc. Basically, the advantage of running a system for hacks from an install disk is when you stop running the PC, it goes back to Windows. And you can claim innocence, kind of as derp, but I wouldn't advise it. It's not a great defense. Ooh, search apartment free for keys. That it was locked. Oh dear. Oh my. What? What? Look for keys when I have a lockpick to my name. Or did I just wander into apartment? Oh, I just wandered back into apartment 1. Weird. Booze, bandages, smokes. Feels like somebody's been living rough here. But anyway, Kotaku had just run a couple of Evil Week ads. A lot of them were centered around Linux hacking tools and setting up dual boots, etc. And I did a few for my own edification. You know, not out for malarkey, just out to try and understand. Weird choice. Well, string is not a key. Well, I will happily take chemicals and household supplies. I am searching apartment free. I am, in fact, searching apartment free. Oh, die. Right there all along. Oh. Note 29. Alright, I'll bite. Mr. Samir Yasa. It shouldn't be too much to ask the superintendent of the building to get rid of a few dead rats that have died in the wall. Please don't tell me you can't do anything about it. The stench is putrefying. How can you even stand it? I'm very certain Samal Sarvis in 206 moved out because of it. I don't understand why she left in the middle of the night without saying goodbye, but I'm positive it was that terrible smells that sent her packing. I can assure you, if you don't do something about it soon, I'll be disappearing next. People can't live this way. I hope you'll do something. Miss Akka Sidrin. But thinking about it, so there's a couple of practices in hacking. Now, there's a lot of ways to crack a system, and a very old statement that goes, physical access is total access. But the next best thing is a network. You can't get in directly. Well, having a way in from outside is terrific. Sometimes that's as simple as extending a Wi-Fi antenna, an open Wi-Fi network, or a password standard that's below encryption. There are a lot of weak points in networks. Now, I am by no means a Wi-Fi security expert, but you want to use the most recent standard for passwords for a reason. Like, WEP fell out of fashion because it was assumed that Wi-Fi sniffer programs would never come into vogue, or rather, that they would be costly enough that it would be a very unlikely vector for attack. And the thing is, WEP is one of the most dangerous standards to run because with every packet sent across the network, there's a piece of the password key in the packets that can be retrieved, and with enough time and patience, you can reverse engineer the password. So they got better about that over time. WPA, WPA2, I don't know what the current standard is off the top of my head. But my network has only been cracked to my knowledge once. And it just so happened to be that day I was fiddling around, and I was still running iTunes at the time. Podcatchers were a distant promise of the future. But I was listening to some podcasts, catching up with some work, and I glance over at my tab for iTunes, and I see an iTunes share pop-up on my network, and this is my personal network. The girlfriend is at work. There should be no one here but me. So, I get a little annoyed. I get a little spicy. So, I walk over to my kitchen window that overlooks the sandwich shop in downtown Barcade Apartments. I wish it was a barcade. It was a terrible event bar next door and a Subway shop below, which I look out, and there at 6 in the morning is a single pickup truck parked under the street lamp in the dead of winter, and somebody with a laptop open. And I know somebody has taught themselves how to crack networks while war driving. Thanks, thanks, Life Hacker. So I pulled the slickest trick at the time I can. You see, Trashkin, it is very hard to crack a Wi-Fi connection if the Wi-Fi router is turned off. It's not impossible, but it's enough to throw an amateur off their game. So, I get annoyed. I know exactly how they're doing it, because in the area in the world I am, hacking knowledge doesn't grow on trees. I'm sure we have a few, but this is an ankle biter, and they have chosen my network to break. So I turn off the Wi-Fi, put on my shoes, pull on the jacket, and I meander down from my apartment. Because I know this ankle biker is going to be very confused they lost connection to the network after cracking it.
Oh, Jesus.
Mike! 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 Mike!
Yep, I wouldn't want to talk about this either.
Mike.
Oh, not a problem. Happily.
Case closed.
Godhammer. Huh. Oh. Ugh, that's a heartbreaker. But apart from the dear departed Papa, a moment of silence for Mike, please. He was a good boy. But I head down, and I'm not looking for a fight, but I know I can spook this ankle biter a little because they're in over their head. They don't know how in over the head they are. Now, depending on your jurisdiction and the laws on the record at any given time, the legality of cracking networks and data sniffing varies wildly. Like, last I checked in Michigan, cracking someone's network, or even if you have the password, without prior permission, is considered breaking the law. Elsewhere, it's considered a nuisance. In some places, it's not technically against the law. It's the onus of protecting your network falls on you. So there isn't really a uniform set for what is and isn't against the law, and I don't know the law of the land of ice and snow off the top of my head. There hasn't really been a direct need yet. But I am deeply annoyed at somebody for cracking my network. For putting, you know, me and potentially my girlfriend's data and personal odds and ends at risk because they showed up. Or they were curious. Like, nothing wrong with exploring with your own gear. That's what a lot of ITs will do, and a lot of crackers will do. When you're ankle biting, you need to build a skill set. I get it. You take opportunity where you can find it, but the rule of thumb is you're usually way better off experimenting with the gear you can afford Or alternatively, cracking office networks. Small office networks or storefront networks. Then you are trying to crack someone's personal stuff. Although, because there's always a chance you broke into somebody with some skills who will take it as a personal affront. The office probably can't afford somebody on IT staff. Right. Let's break the news. Hey,
You're back. Did you find Mike?
Mike was his dog. He's dead. And so is his father. It wasn't even the infected, it was just some twisted creep.
This place is too much for people. Listen, Crane. These are the keys to the museum storage. There's a lot of weapons from all different times. Maybe you'll find something useful there.
Thanks, Tariq. Hey, but there's something else I want from you.
Sure, anything.
You said you're not good with kids?
No, not really.
Well, get good.
I will try. I give you my word.
Brain's turning into a shockingly decent human being. Ooh, that'll work. But yeah, I head down to the parking lot because I know I've just confused the hell out of this poor ankle biter. And I want to make it clear, if you go war driving, you need to be on your A game. And having your iTunes share on for that is a horrible, horrible mistake because it's a dead giveaway. Also, you don't want to go war driving or war walking at a time where you stick out like a sore thumb. So I make it down, and I hear, I see they're furiously typing, fiddling with the laptop in their car. And I knock on their driver's side window, and they're so intensely focused on this, trying to figure out what happened, where my network went, etc. They don't notice until I knock on the window. They roll down the window. It's me going, "Hi." "Hi? So, what you're doing there? I'm going to need you to stop." "I'm not doing anything." It's literally me looking him dead in the eye, explaining the exploit he just used to crack my network to him, eye to eye, because he doesn't know I read Lifehacker 2. And in no uncertain terms explaining, look, I get you gotta learn somehow. Not here. So what's gonna happen is, my network's gonna stay offline until you are out of this parking lot. I'm going to be changing the password. And you are going to stop screwing around with a Linux install from a CD in this region. What? Dude, do you know how I know it was you? How? Your name wouldn't happen to be, and I'd say the iTunes share that was on my network, and he goes pale, and it's me going, yeah, rookie mistake, dude. You have a good day. And I just walked back into my apartment and finish my sandwich. It was a good day. I'm not really badass when it comes to general security in networks. But I can play the tough long enough to scare off an ankle biter. And my skills are weak. I just happen to know a specific use case and a most likely scenario. Really wish I could have gotten that dude to turn that racket off. It's getting annoying now. Awesome. How's the time doing? Not great. Not great. If I remember right, it's tucked into a corner of the map. Oh yeah, all the way across town and through open ground. Ain't it grand? So yeah, on the one hand, I applaud the change up to drops, but I much prefer chasing drops because if you're expedient, you got two. This one just also hands you a little bit of extra loot. I'd rather have the gear, you know? Right. Well, obviously. Again with the demolishers. I'm not trying to take a demolisher at high speed. Unless it's a campaign goal, then it feels sort of worth it. How the hell I got in there? Oh, right. Sunset again. Well, best grab a nap and head out in the morning. But yeah, like, that was the first time I detected somebody cracking my network. It's not because I was smarter, it's not because I was running proper protocols, it's because apropos nothing, I happened to be changing tunes on, or changing podcasts on iTunes. They were derpy enough to have their name attached to their iTunes share. Look, if you want to learn how to crack a network, and you can't afford a router set up, it's better to learn on an old piece of gear. Because it might not be up to code, but you can see how the gear you have set up works. Don't just go war driving or war walking out of the blue. You're gonna have a bad time. You're setting yourself up for failure. Like, the thing of it is, hacking your own stuff, entirely legal. It's your gear. You can do whatever you like with it. But if you, off the blocks, try cracking the networks around you, you can get in over your head real quick. And, like, I'd say bumping into me was best case scenario. They just happened to make one mistake and were deeply unlucky. But, you know, little things like that can get you in over your head really fast. Weird. I feel like this is gonna come up again. Oh well. We got a town to get across. Did I just kick his zombie down? Hold on, let me finish where I started. There we go. Right. Yep. Such a noisy part of the neighborhood. Like, I can hear it from 3 blocks away. It's the worst part. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a nice tune. I'm just kind of sick of hearing it now. Smooth. Crane and his anti-gravity properties. You just let go while falling and drift upward gently. Okay, not a problem, not a problem, not a problem. There we go. Yep. Yep. Okay, fine. Occasionally the parkour system decides, no, we don't want to let you do the thing. Or, your aim was half a pixel off! It doesn't come up a lot, but occasionally it's enough to panic you. Not really, but... Ooh. It seems like a wise investment. We already have an advance hanging out. Greenpeace. Puns. But yeah, again, if you want to learn to crack stuff, a secondary router setup, you don't need it to have an internet connection. You just need to have the Wi-Fi running. Like, Wi-Fi will run without it. You just need to verify that you cracked the network, kind of a deal. Like, old routers can be had fairly cheaply. You just want to make sure it's running modern standards, or at least recent standards, depending on your needs. So you can set it up in the fashion you want. Nobody gets hurt. You get to learn about the gear. Like, I can't stress enough. Don't go cracking random networks. The best way to learn is to learn on gear that's a little out of date, that's you own. And that way you can minimize legal trouble and still learn a thing, or consult your friendly hacking channel on YouTube. Just remember, they tend to be a little sparse on legal advice. Oh, I gotta say, life has gotten kind of interesting. A few corners of YouTube again. Yeah. Well, Trashkin, it's depressing to talk about. If you know what I mean, Trashkin. And it's a budding Let's Play. If you know, you know. It's a reversal of a decision one of the rare times I will agree with Google and YouTube on their call the first time. The thing that drives me nuts is they reversed it. There's also been some more streamer drama. Okay, this isn't drama. This is, we found out the streamer is not a good person and did not act in accordance with the ideals they espouse. Which I feel is not a big ask. I don't expect perfect, but what they got up to, Trashkin, if you don't know who I'm talking about, don't go looking. You'll lose some spoons, and I learned about it more than 24 hours ago, and I'm still personally upset. Oh, hey, is that a zombie statue? Okay! Any other collectibles around here? Nor, I may need it. Well, I may just turn it to a spare source of planks. You know how it be. I am in fact in the right spot. Turns out it was a bright idea to help out the kid. Oh, the plagued corpses stink on ice. Who knew? Like, if you're gonna fiddle with learning hacking, that's fine. But realize that once you're out in the wild, Actions have consequences. Yeah, no. You can't. Oh, I was just doing a learn. Away legal problems. Tends not to go great. What are those two topside running around looking for, I wonder? Can't be me. Why do we not just turn that? Okay, to be fair, auto light systems vary in the amount of good or useful they do. A fair bit. Ah, free stuff. Trust me, you're on a backup for this. It's about to get a little bit spicy. Which reminds me, I should make sure we have a couple of firecrackers on us for this. Well, actually... Oh, Godhammer. I would have sworn Godhammer would have come at least with impact. They really do not want to give up that impact at the orange level, huh? Oh. Flap, clap. See what that does. Did I zip by? Did I read it incorrectly? It's gotta be somewhere here. Learned how to craft clap clap. Uno momento, Trashkin, while I figure out where the hell it is. Oh, there it is. There it is. If you squint your eyes a little, this will make your sword look like a pair of wings. Wings that hack zombies apart. Oh, it works with sickles too. I'd prefer impact, but hey. I'll take what I can get. Oh god, imagine having to run back into the museum for this. Oh, you'll see why nobody wants to after this, I promise. The whole story. Finish all side quests. I could not have possibly... Already? Really? All side quests. But the witch is supposed to have a second. Is it just figuring the tracks of why? Because I know the witch is supposed to have a second quest. Did somebody make a rounding error? Alright, let's drop the spare shield. Oh, Harran Strikers is the team. Butter. Also, dear Techland, quality of life improvement, could you perhaps add an auto sort? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad standard riot shield, but... Yeah, that's one of the riot shields design you're gonna find. Stamped plate steel very seldom goes out of style in manufacturing. So we gotta sneak into the garrison.
Jade's being held hostage at the museum.
Try to save Jade.
Troy says the place was originally built as a fortress, and now it's Rice's biggest outpost in Sector 0. I gotta get in there before Jade gets hurt.
Mm-hmm. Still true. But to be fair, the hacking, tech, and security bunch have been nothing but kind to me, and are usually helpful as heck. Very often they're just out there going, hey, This is some basic stuff you can do to improve your general home network security. It costs you nothing to do. Here's how you do it. Ah, I see. This is supposed to make me nervous. Well, congratulations, you succeeded. I still have a little bit of anxiety about drowning in video games because of clock sounds, various large-mouthed fish, and or shark, and the clock tune from Sonic. If you don't know what that trauma is, Trashkin, you're the lucky one. Oh, that's funky looking. That's fresh. Yeah, that's still bleeding. A lot of people go, oh, flood the lower levels. That'll prevent zombos getting in. And my natural reaction is, assuming your version of zombies can drown, it should be a very good stopgap. However, bingo. Alright. What do you want from me, game? What do you want from me, game? Seriously? You didn't like that I tried to get up there from... As much as I like the ability to tackle problems in the way I choose, you're getting kind of nitpicky, game. I'm sure I'll be a little less salty in a minute. Go. Oh no! Oh no! The zombie is upon us! Yeah, basically this exists to make this section difficult, so I can't just, you know, zip my way through
Troy.
with the grapple.
I hear you.
I'm in.
That was the easiest part of this. You realize that, right?
You really suck at pep talks, Troy.
Not my job. But
Ew.
good luck.
Whoop. You can't use the grappling hook, you're exhausted. Yep, that's the entire reason that's here, so you can't just speedrunner strat your way through. Should be able to make most of the way over. Some nice easy transition hop. Why am I playing the floor is lava? I don't know anymore. That looks weird and different for a minute.
Holy shit!
Oh, shit.
Hey, look over there!
Whoops. It's a special occasion. Anybody else coming out to play? Terrific. Seriously full on rifle ammo? I'm seriously full on rifle ammo. I'm pretty sure the only blueprint out here was in that cage, but I wouldn't mind being proven wrong. Working screen, I'll be damned. My life for a USB rubber ducky. Does this thing even got a port? Nah, you'd have to crack a back panel or something. But, you know, hacking and modifying and penetrating systems and so on can be more than just cracking networks or showing up in person to fiddle with something. It can also include something as simple as understanding the workings of a vending machine to use the quarter trick. What's the quarter trick? Well, on certain machines, you can put it into a diagnostic or an input mode with a correct button combination, at which point you can get the LCD display to tell you the temperature of the machine by holding a quarter in the slot. At least on Coke machines. It's been exploited enough that they look for this now and tend to reset the factory default. But if you're willing to spend some time goofing around...
The last time we met, you took something of mine.
Did
Now,
I?
I took something of yours.
I don't negotiate with assholes, Rias. I get out of here with Jade, or I take your other hand too.
Crane.
Your choice.
I'm taking a foot too.
You cannot simply demand to have her, Crane. You must make a showing of effort first.
Okay, you're the one that told me not to play by other people's rules. Which is it? Your rules? My rules? No rules? No, we're gonna do this by Roadhouse rules. Oh.
No.
Hold on. Hold on. Just relax a minute.
Is that all you got?
Can we talk about this?
They just killed him.
Yes, I did. Now I'm gonna kill you. Oh, I wanted the drop kick too bad. I was gonna scream Roadhouse during it. That was a bad plan. Technically not a Roadhouse. You gotta roundhouse somebody for a Roadhouse. Seriously, you just throw me back in with one? Okay, fair enough. Let me hear you scream. Yeah! Roadhouse.
Is that the best you got, Rias? I can do this all fucking day.
I got you.
Would have had it if I didn't have that blossom in my eyes immediately. Can I dial that back, I wonder?
Leave them to me. Fire in the hole.
In grand.
Come on.
You're still exhausted? Plenty of time to catch a wind, Crane. Oh. Grumble, grumble. Gonna have to do another quarantine run after this. Seems to think that how are our skill levels coming up? Pretty close. Alright, here we go.
Hey,
Bye.
there you are.
Oh, come on, I had that.
Catch this.
Why do you still have grenades? You know those are kind of a hot ticket item in the zombie apocalypse, right?
She's waiting for you. Come and get her.
You know, if I'm gonna have to put up with this nonsense, and I'm going to have to put up with this nonsense. No, I don't get electrical trap bombs? No thunder bombs? Okay, fair enough. I'll take free runs at the standard. I may remember how this goes. This is the furthest in the game I got around to, then I meandered off again. It's a problem. There we go. Since I can't grapple and hook... I wonder... what edition these are from...
There you are!
I usually just tell you. Yeah, I can't place the inspiration. Well, that may be just my my brain being terrible at that. Unfamiliar with the odds and ends. This particular. I mean, they all look to be single-piece work, which is impressive as hell. Cyclopean, which means without mortar in terms of architecture. Cyclopean works are not for the faint of heart in terms of labor. It's like, imagine carving any of that from a single piece, just like the detail work, the time, the sheer number of blows with a carver's mallet. Boggles the mind. Yeah, sincerely, like, you've got multiple channels, multiple grooves, multiple detail pieces, and all of it needs to be brought into line and then dropped in. Or rather, chiseled out. And I feel a little shitty for having destroyed bits of it. Slightly, not very. Why not? Here we go.
My God!
Oh, I can't help out now.
Find her, Crane. Come on. She won't wait for you forever.
Weird place for a plunger, right?
Crane. Jade is dying to see you.
There we go. I'm not a huge fan of the triangle.
Hurry up, Crane.
Okay, I'm not a huge fan of the solid line triangle for sights. I like the three dots, personally.
And there won't be much left of her.
Having a sight select in Call of Duty has spoiled me. I don't mind the three broken lines, but like, the solid lines are a little too large for my taste. It's taking up a little too much real estate on the site, you know? Ready. Shame on about to make a mess of it. Alright, not an option. Good to know. Oh, that's funny. Problem being, I have a boatload of explosives. Hold on. Drop a knee. Get the angle just so. Oh me, oh my. Oh, you bet I'm looting everything here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Come on, Crane. You're not dead, Crane. Get up, Crane. We're not done. Oh, more just emerging? More are just emerging. Okay. We'll grab a fine selection. Oh, wow. I didn't know there was going to be multiple choice. Wow, you are really rotten shots. There we go. There's the magic. Now we can get most of the stuff. I mean, that is a lot of stuff. I mean, it'd be scary if you hadn't been dealing with zombos this entire time, you know? That's weird. I had no problems making it up there before. Did I do anything different this time? Okay, it's just persnickety. God screen or throwing away. Pull it that way. There we go! You think they just let me clamber up, but no. Smokes and rifle ammo. Oh, they let the panel fall off a bit. Should have been an earth-shattering kaboom. At least the second one. Did I not get number 2? Yeah, that was a prune fruit. Oh, you're still alive? Whoop. I don't believe a fire extinguisher damaged. Skeleton infected? Like all of them? Okay. Okay, I can make that happen. I can make that happen. Shrapnel bombs, please. Nice if they could have bothered to get the shrapnel bomb just
not
a little different.
Oh, please, not now.
Oh, now it's rescue Jade. Okay, it's not kill the horde, it's kill enough of the horde. I see. Always time for some rare loot. Jade, oh thank God.
Jade? Oh shit. Oh shit, what have they done to you?
Brace yourselves, it's about to get a little
Fine,
dark.
Crane. Tahir knocked me over the head before he dumped me in here. Just give me a minute. I'll be right as rain.
Yeah.
You do not have the luxury of a minute, Scorpion. In fact, what little time you have, you owe to me. Thanks to your repair of my antennas, Crane, I've listened to every word any of you have said. How do you suppose I found you, Miss Aldemir? Or the good Dr. Camden? How do you think I broke the connection between the sectors? I am the director of this
Dick waffling son of a...
Now that I have Zera's research, the GRE will do as I commanded, which renders the two of you useless. Tahir!
Enunciate, I can barely hear you.
You took offense, Crane, as I recall, at being referred to as a trained monk. But look at you now, dancing for our amusement. You are strong enough to have joined me, but you lack the proper... Consider this a character strengthening exercise.
Whoops. Having trouble? Invite other players and fight the zombies together. Maybe someday. I know a few members of the crew or two that would fight easily.
Come on, Jade, let's get out of here.
Oh, sure, I suppose I could have drawn to one, cornered it, and tried to get the old slick Metal Gear Solid action going on, but... Oh, probably a good time to repair that. Hey, we got lucky. Alright, what fresh hell now?
Oh, Jade, are you hurt? They didn't bite you, did they?
Shit.
I'm fine. Just give me a second.
Sweet little Jade is far from fine, Crane. She was bitten and infected hours ago.
How do you make that sound
Normal of her
creepy?
to try and hide it.
Jesus.
Biter got me on the leg. You didn't need to know.
Once again, you find yourself
Seekers
with
get
a
people
choice.
killed, Jade.
Your precious scorpion is about to turn, but so are you.
Easy
Who
call.
will receive the antazine? Who has a hope of living through this encounter? It's up to you now.
Jade, here. You take this. No, come on. Listen, I've still got some in my system. You need this worse than I do.
Crane, I just want you to promise me one thing. When the time comes, you're the one who takes me out.
What? No,
Promise me.
Jade, I can't...
And welcome to this game's only furthering of a plot by delusion. Look, Trashkin, I have had enough delusions or
Jade, where are you?
psychedelics further
Jade?
the storyline games. It used to be interesting.
I need you to hear me, Crane.
It used to be interesting, and now it's just annoying.
Crane, can you hear me?
I don't know what's there.
Jade, where are you? Jade?
Oh. The exit! I'm looking for the exit! A derp. That made a little too much.
What the...
I need you to hear me, Crane.
Just come in through the... We came in through the exit.
I know you wanted to try and save me. Not everybody would have offered that vial the way you did. But it's too late for that now. It's too late for me.
This is freaking grim. Tower. Oh, I see what I gotta do. Oh. So I fell into the void.
For a while I blamed you for Amir's death. I wanted to kill you.
It's
But I realized
pretty normal
it
reaction.
was time for Amir. It was time for him to go.
Was it though?
Oh my god! No,
Everybody's
not this
life is
again!
finite, Crane. You can't deny it. It's pointless.
To be completely frank, I do like the story beats here. I just really, after having played through a big chunk of Far Cry games, I am just really tired. I am just really sick of character gets a delusion, character gets
We get
insight.
here, and eventually we die. And there's nothing
Not
we can
again.
do to change that.
Okay, there we go. They really got their money out of this set piece, huh?
There were cases! No! No!
The only thing we can do is make what happens in between count.
I don't know, we can do a bit more than that, but...
Crane, save these people. They don't deserve all of this.
Oh shit. No. Not now.
Crane's gonna need a hell of a lot of therapy after this.
And now he's gone. Rahim's life counted. And now he's gone.
What is it with open world games and
Sacrificing
towers?
my life means
Like,
saving everyone in Harran.
was there a legitimate reason, or
that's
was
what I
everybody
want to
just
do.
Far Cry
God, please.
Assassin's
Not now.
Creed it? I mean, I don't find that tiresome as I could. Like, I have a little more tolerance.
Don't take that away
Oh,
from me,
I
Crane.
remember this now.
I was born premature. The doctors didn't think I was going to live. But I fought. I struggled and I fought and I worked and worked and worked. I became a champion. I became the Scorpion. I left.
Oh, I
my
thought I
mark
was
on
gonna
the
eat it
world.
on that one.
Get the door open!
It's my time
No.
now, Crane.
Not now.
You can't save me. You've got to let me save you. Let me save you.
God damn it, no, don't let me do this! Oh no. Oh God, Jade, what was that? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
One of us has to live, Kyle. You just remember what you promised me.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
of this, and still you had your choice made for you. Disappointing, Crane. You, and you. Get in there and kill them.
Well, that's cute. You know, you didn't disarm me, so... I don't know what you think you're gonna do, but... Jade is a nightmare.
It's the natural order of things, Crane. Kill or be killed. Eat or be eaten.
Hate you.
Jade.
Crane's really got the neck cranked down, huh?
Tahir! Kill that son of a bitch!
Oh. That's not gonna work out for Tahir.
You Americans don't know when to quit, do you? Nothing you do will make a bit of difference. It's too late. Your whole world's about to turn to shit. And there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Oh, that's
You
the
can't
joke.
win. What?
That's a joke, buddy. My belongings were taken from again.
Don't you understand that?
Apply a little change is what I'm gonna need to do.
Where is Rias? You will never know, boy. Tell me where he's going. It is not for you to seek out Rias. When he wants you, he will find you himself. I can see this kind of talk pains you. Don't worry. The pain will
Why are
soon
there a
be
dozen
over.
tears now? Well, what is? I do
Time to
not
die,
remember
boy.
that chunk of that VS. Seriously? This is some horseshit. Alright, power swing is pretty much useless. Or do you guys just exist so I don't have to beat him to death with a dull machete? So he gets a power stroke, and he's quicker than me, of course. Oh, there we go.
Look at that. Jade lost her life for this thing. It's just lying on the floor. I guess Rias must have dropped it when he was trying not to get shot, huh? Oh, shit, this is just the tissue samples. Where's the other package?
Go to hell, Crane.
Wow, Tahir. You're looking pretty fucked up, huh? Yeah, those don't look like the kinds of wounds you recover from.
So, then kill me.
No, I shouldn't. I should just leave you here to suffer. That's what you deserve.
Yes? Then why don't you?
Because you're not the kind of loose end you leave untied. Troy, it's Crane.
Crane? You're alive.
Troy, Jade's dead.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Crane. I mean it. What happened?
Jade saved my life, Troy. Again. She died, saving me.
Crane, you've still got to call off the ministry. That's why Jade sacrificed herself, so you could do this.
Is Savvy there? Has he figured out how to get a message through?
Yes, but to do it, you need to meet me. I have to give you an amplifier that Savvy says can help us break through the signal jamming. I'll wait for you in the safe zone. Halfway to the antenna, where you'll need to mount the amp.
Okay, Troy, on my way.
Well, I wasn't in a foul mood before. I am now.
You just made a big mistake.
No, you.
Now you just...
Might be something to these Kopesh. I'll happily take those. Okay, that's everything. So help me God, if they disarm me again, I'm going to scream.
Jade and I are both infected, and Rias made us fight for Antizin.
In this game.
She let me have it. Sacrificed her life for me. And when she turned, I had to put her out of her misery. First Rahim, now Jade. I swear I'm gonna fucking make Rias pay.
Yep, we'll get there. We'll get there. Alright.
Dr. Camden, it's Crane. Do you copy?
Crane, good to hear you're still alive. Did you find Jade?
Yeah, I found her. Listen, I also found Dr. Zera's tissue samples, and I'll bring them to you, but first there's something else I need to do.
Okay, Crane, but remember, we don't have a lot of time.
I know, Doc, but I'm about to buy us time. I'll be in touch.
It's weird being out of the open. Oh, and of course, spitters. Of course, I forget to equip my own grappling hook. Well, let's get to a safe zone. And call it for the day, eh? I think that's enough for one session. I don't know about you, Trashkin, but I'm a little worn down after that one. Rises, man. Now. Oh, we damn near leveled combat again. Oh, Yep, we're practically there. Whoa. That is the unluckiest zombie in this game so far. Really find that radio and smash it to bits. There we are. Oh. Since we're here anyway. Piece cookery. Not bad, not great. Alright, awesome. Wait. Rainbow hatchet! Why'd you get creative with all the high level stuff, but none of the pretty stuff comes to low level? So to style on my foes, I must level up? Ah, alright. I'm definitely making another trip. I really don't like the shields popping up in the randomly assigned. Alright, I know Angel Sword will apply. So we'll keep that in mind for next session. Oh. Oh, we had a hell of a lot in the way of developments. We managed to reunite with Jade. Briefly. Things went sideways. Rias has the data. We have the tissue samples, which... And if you weren't motivated to remove Rias from the face of the earth beforehand, you are now. We got most of the way to another set of levels. Maybe we'll actually hit 25 before the end of the game. Who knows? Definitely hitting 25 before I head out for the expansion. The following. But, not bad for a spare time playthrough, eh? So, I'd like to thank you all for coming out. I'd like to thank you all for watching. You don't have to depart the trash fire now, if you don't care to, that is. We have plenty of snacks, plenty of drinks, and plenty of videos to keep you amused for a bit. But if you do have to depart us now, I'd like to remind you all to count your spoons, hydrate, medicate, and take care of yourselves as best you can. Don't forget to tell the people you love you give a good damn. Go play some games. Good night, and I'll see you all in the next one.